They need to always pull out their policy and look at the policy conditions section of the policy. So there will be a provision in there that talks typically about requirements in case of loss. And there are typically two things to keep in mind that if you don't satisfy them could end up voiding your claim. So the first is, when are you required to submit a proof of loss? Some policies have very short time periods in which to submit a proof of loss, short as 90 days, for example. So the question, of course, would be, well, when does that 90-day period start to run? Here, it will depend, of course, on the policy language, but if it's keyed off the time of the event, well, the event could be April 20th when this incident initially first took place. If that's the case, then the 90-day period is already running. If you do have a short 90-day or other 6-month proof of loss period, you're not limited to that period. What you need to do is call up the insurance company and ask for a written extension of the time to submit the proof of loss. Now, the other thing to keep in mind with a proof of loss is that it's probably a good idea to get, especially if you're talking about a business income or some kind of business loss, to get your accountants involved so that you can make sure that you're preserving the right kinds of papers and proof to support your loss, and also you're just putting together the numbers that will support your claim. The other thing to think about is whether there is what's called a suit limitation provision in the policy, and that's in most property and business interruption policies. What that provision says is that if there is a dispute over coverage, then suit needs to be initiated within a year of the loss. So again, when did the loss take place? You know, that may be kind of a moving target in this situation. But in order to protect yourself, the thing to do is to talk to the insurance company and to get a written extension of that time period. But again, courts consider that a contractual statute of limitations, so if you're in any danger of running afoul of that, you want to make sure that you're extending that time period, otherwise your claim might be barred.